of the night, we got Jacqueline Amorim. She's going to be taking on Mizuki Inoue. And Amorim, she's trying to win 5 fights in a row, where I think that's a quiet win streak for her because she hasn't really been fighting the greatest competition and making it look easy. But 5 wins is 5 wins. And the BJJ World Champion, she's gotten 3 submissions in a row. Her one other win was a ground and pound victory, so she's maintained her 100% finish rate through her 4 UFC victories. The one loss that she has had so far in the octagon came against Sam Hughes in her debut. But in this fight, she's getting a curveball. She's taking on a MMA veteran, making a comeback after over 2 years on the sidelines. And injuries have really hit Mizuki Inoue hard recently, and that's why she's been unable to fight. She left the sport on a win streak, on a win, and she's 2-1 overall in the UFC. Even though she's 31, she's been fighting since she was 16 in 2010, and she hasn't just been fighting snowflakes either. She fought Beck Rawlings, Karolina Kowalkiewicz, Alexa Grasso, Virna Jandiroba, all before coming to the UFC. And then she's gotten a couple lower level wins, I guess you could say, in the UFC, where she beat Yanan Wu, she beat Hannah Goldie, and then her loss came against Amanda Lemos, who ended up becoming a UFC title challenger. But the UFC is doing Inoue no favors. They're throwing in there against someone who's active, that's been dominating. But Inoue has been grappling for a long time. She's been training with Kanako Murata, who's a good wrestler, and she has solid grappling training partners. So as long as she's been staying sharp, maybe she could surprise people here. But Mizuki on the feet, I think she should have a pretty major edge. She has a ton of experience striking, and she's probably been striking for years before Amorim even threw her first punch. But she's small for the weight, and she'll dart in, dart out. She has good feint. She could switch stance. She's good at kind of being all the way in, and then all the way out, trying to be evasive. But recently, she hasn't really believed in her stand-up, where she's had clear speed edges. She's been content to clinch. And in this fight, the game plan would be to stay away and not grapple. But I think Inoue is actually going to engage in the grappling, where she is very strong in the clinch. She has great technique there. She'll dig underhook. She has good head positioning. She'll create space with her frames for knees, elbows. And she is willing to kind of cage push, control you, make it a boring fight. But her wrestling offense and defense can be there as well. Like, she will take girls down against the fence occasionally, even though recently she hasn't been able to. But she is slick off bottom as well if you do take her down. If you go back, you watch her fight versus Virna Jandiroba, she was attacking Jandiroba a lot off her back. She was able to keep regarding and made it a tough fight. But she's not someone that really looks to get up, and she's not going to be able to likely sweep or submit Amorim off bottom. But I do think it's going to be probably pretty difficult for Amorim to just go out there and get an easy submission on someone with so much experience and kind of that Bushido spirit that Mizuki does have. And her last fight, it was a comeback after 3 years off, and she looked good. So that kind of gives you a little bit of less reasoning to be worried about the layoff, even though it still is an issue. And if Amorim does get tired, pull guard on Mizuki, I do think Mizuki could be skilled enough to maybe hold her down and make her pay for that, like Sam Hughes did. But I just don't know. I mean, Amorim, good athlete, great jiu-jitsu. On their feet, she does a lot of lateral movement, straight punches, times the double legs. Very good, clean takedowns. Long arms, she'll connect very easily on the double leg, and she's explosive. And her grappling is really good. She has no problem pulling guard either, but seems like on her back she's not as good. She'll go body triangle. She'll try to use that to attack Kimuras or go for the legs, but you can hold her down and she'll get tired. She accepts bottom position as well. And you do have to be worried, though, because she will kind of cheat to submit you. Like, she grabbed the gloves of Sam Hughes. She was trying to kind of like pull her into the guard. And then she used the glove grab against Vanessa Demopoulos to actually get the armbar. So She's not against cheating to win, but Amorim, she wants to be on top here, and if she can get on top, she's probably gonna be able to stay on top. I don't know if she'll be able to submit like she has these other girls, but she'll probably easily be able to hold Mizuki down. I kind of think it's a dog or pass from a betting perspective because I do think Mizuki is the better striker, more experience, better cardio, more heart, probably the better wrestler, but with multiple knee surgeries that comes with your takedown defense, your wrestling not being as good as it used to be, and you don't know exactly if Mizuki's still going to be able to move around like she used to either in the cage. And if she ends up on her back, we know she's going to accept position there. So I'm kind of liking the overs in this fight, or maybe a more via decision, Inoue money line. I think that all those are kind of viable because if Amorim does kind of fade after the first, Inoue maybe could take over if she is in somewhat of decent condition, but it's hard to trust that she's going to come back looking very good. So therefore, I am going to say Amorim via decision as a pure prediction for the first fight of the night.